Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Spirit Blossom Kindred, and we'll be facing off against the 10-star adventure from the Nightmares campaign. I figured the Spirit Blossom's champions wouldn't have a lot of problems in this adventure, if they were lower than 6 stars, that is. So I'm taking that theory for a spin, and we're playing Kindred because of that. I have the rune that makes it so our allies have hollowed, so hopefully we can develop some high-stated units with high attack to put enough pressure onto the enemy in order to kill them. Other than that, it's the same setup I like to use on Spirit Blossom Kindred. The Beast Within is here just so we get overwhelmed on everything everywhere at all times. And then Grand General's counterplan and the Archangel Staff allow us to just spam Dance of Arrows, which hopefully will be enough to win by keeping control of the board. Spell Slinger, Lethality, Grander Plaza. Ideally, we get something that helps us in the beginning of the game. Until we level up Spirit Blossom Kindred, things don't look too good for us. I think it's either Grander Plaza or Spell Slinger. Let's take the Grander Plaza. It helps us get rid of at least one Poro. So hopefully we can prevent the opponent from benefiting from his power to just get board wide and deck wide buffs. I keep this. Let's toss the Fleeting Spirits. It's probably the weakest card in this deck. Start things off with Death Seer or Dance of Arrows. Let's do Vengeful Imp Dance of Arrows. I think that will be good. Oh right, the part that deals 6 to everything is... Yeah, the part that deals 6 to everything unfortunately is not... It's not 1 mana, it's 4, so he couldn't go for it this turn. It's a bit of a bummer. He gets a board wide buff now. We can go for it this turn, however. We can let the opponent attack. Never mind, I was about to say we can let the opponent attack and then we'll just jump block with the Vengeful Imp and kill 3 things. Turns out I was wrong. We won't just kill 3 things. And the opponent's smart enough to pull with the Jubilant Poro so that we can't just block with the Vengeful Imp in order to get a free trade onto one of the opponent's units. The opponent's getting another buff because of it. Well, I think we can still do something here. Kindred can hopefully get rid of one of the opponent's units. And hopefully the opponent blocks the Vengeful Imp. Okay, he didn't block with a unit that wasn't marked. It's fine, next turn we can go for the Dance of Arrows. Kill 2 of the opponent's units. Except the opponent's units are growing way too large, way too quickly. And he's taking precautions and getting rid of all of his 6 cost or marked units, so we can't get full value out of this play. At least he no longer has a board. If he attacks here... Never mind, I was about to say if he attacks here hopefully we can kill his entire board, but we can't. Guess we can do this. Gets rid of one of the opponent's units. Slowly and surely we'll get there. We'll get to a point where the opponent isn't buffing everything. Can mark an enemy. It's probably not that great. Let's do Vengeful Imp. Let's try to mark multiple enemies here. We'll do this. Actually, no, let's do it like this. This way we can kill 2 units with the Dance of Arrows. Like that. So that's 3 units gone. And now we can level up the Spirit Blossom Kindred by doing this. And with Spirit Blossom Kindred leveled up, everything becomes marked. Yep. And when everything's marked, we just have absolute control over the board. Oh, or we just kill the opponent. My unit grew too large. Okay, so that was a pretty poor showing. But hopefully this is the hardest part. Pesky Spectre can act as a sort of way to dilute the opponent's deck. We want something better. Jagged Taskmaster, Blighted Caretaker, Endless Devout. I guess we're taking Jagged Taskmaster just because it has Immortal. So we can drop it down and it survives a trade. Legion Saboteur, Draven, Wardling Death, Misfortune, or Swain. We can level up Swain quite handily. Ravenous Flock, 1 mana deal late to a damaged unit is pretty good. Shadow Totem, Imperial Demolitionist, you know what? Let's pick up Swain. Hopefully it will work out for us. Left path or right path? Let's get more rerolls. I think if the first encounter is anything to go by, we'll desperately need the extra rerolls to roll into something good. Jagged Taskmaster, Vile Fist. Can do Vile Fist, kill one of the opponent's units, and then we use the summoned Spiderling combined with the Runner Plaza to kill another. Seems like a pretty decent play. He summons a... That's fine. Surely he doesn't have another unit to summon to replace this Poro. These 2 Poros, in fact. Okay, good. We're in a much better position than last time. We need to kill something this turn. I guess we can do this. The opponent refrains from attacking. Guess I'll save the mana for next turn. We give the opponent a board-wide buff, but it could be worse. Let's pick up, get Kindred in there. Oh, I don't have any hollowed here. So I guess I'll do this. Hopefully the opponent trades into it. It's fine. If only the Withering Mist had dealt more damage. Guess we can still use it to kill one of the Poros. No, we can't. It didn't proc. Well, the opponent's not playing a unit, so I think it's fine. We can afford to take things a bit slow. Not too much, but as long as the opponent doesn't have a Overwhelmer here, should be fine. In fact, we can get rid of 2 units here. Damage another. And then we Ravenous Flock. Yeah, and now we have reduced the amount of units on the opponent's board to just the ones that don't have a way to deal overkill damage. Wait. When you play a created follower, summon an exact copy. When you play a created spell, copy it with the same targets. So theoretically, I can do this, and then this will summon 2 beasts, right? Yes, it will. That's a nice amount of damage. And then we can just trade it in, like so. And we come out on top of this little exchange. Okay, that was pretty good. Maybe I shouldn't cut the what's it called? Fleeting spirits. Just because of that. Do I dance of arrows here? Let's dance of arrows here. Just get rid of 2 marked units. I can summon Swain here, but I think we don't need to summon Swain. If we just do this. Fortunately, it hit the 1 unit with spell shield. It's a random, yeah, mark a random enemy. We got unlucky and hit the only one with spell shield. Fortunately, we had another copy of it. Otherwise, it would delay my lethal by a bit. Okay, comparatively to the first game, this wasn't so bad. I still need something to play earlier in the game that has an actual impact. While Vile Fist is pretty good, I think it's not good enough. Arachnoid Sentry is a decent swing. Glimpse Beyond is card draw, but we haven't really needed card draw. Let's reroll. Wedding Icons Frost Spikes is okay. Or Prowling Projectile, nah, it's just deal 1 damage. Or just deal 1 extra damage. Hopefully we get like 1 spell that benefits from this Blasting Sigil that's cheap. 0 mana deaths here. Yeah, that's worth it. We desperately need early play, so having the deaths here plus something else can make for a good turn 1. Should I mulligan for it? I'll mulligan for it. Keep the Vengeful Imp and the Vile Fist just in case I don't get it. And I don't get it. And we got the Swain instead of a Kindred. Never mind, we got the Kindred anyway. Do I go for the same play I did last time? Just Vile Fist Aporo. It seemed to work out pretty decently last time around. Oh, that's the worst case scenario. At least he didn't summon another unit to replace it.
What would you wish to learn?
Let's do Fading Icon. Chip away at the opponent's board. If we could find a way to increase the damage of our skills would be nice, just to make it so the Fading Icon can favorably trade into the opponent's units. Or remove the opponent's board for basically free with these spikes. Well, at least we don't take too much damage here, and we mark the 2 Blade Twirlers. Surely the opponent won't want to override these 2. Let's drop down the Caretaker. The Taker. not the caretaker.
I dare you.
Guess I have to let this go. Next turn we can kill 3 units, so it's fine. Actually, no, it's just 2. That one gets buffed out of range. But it could be worse. I guess this is the worst. I guess it's not too bad because we got lucky on the hits from our overkill. And then we can actually do this. Mark the Yone, kill it with the beast, level up the Kindred. No, leveling up the Kindred is afterwards. Still pretty good though. And Jagged Taskmaster, sure. Let's give our 1-drops 1 extra attack. Won't be relevant, but it will be decent. Let's mark one of the opponent's units. Just so we level up the Kindred. Yeah, this levels up the Kindred. Then everything gets marked. That was a good visual bug. Well, the opponent probably dies here too. Yep. Kindred is just so large on her own that in the beginning she'll probably close out most games once we level her up and go for an attack. We'll have to actively avoid Team Nora and the Vex encounter. I just realized that because the Gloom will kill the Kindred. Scuttlegeist, Shock Blast or Raza. All of these are way too expensive. Guess I'll pick up the Shock Blast. It's 6 to 2 units. And it's a unit because of the portal it has. Let's pick up some more rerolls. I'll save the remaining gold for the meditation encounter so we can cut some cards from the deck and move on. Keep the Vile Fist, toss the Fleeting Spirits, keep the other two spells or the spell and the unit. They're pretty decent. I could try to go for a kill on the Zed by Vile Fisting it and pulling with the Spiderling. I can also just do Vengeful Imp, kill the Zed. What would be better for me? The opponent has 3 mana. To prevent the opponent from recalling one of his Sporos, let's do this. This forces the opponent to have Zed next turn. We do waste the Deathless or the Last Breath effect from our unit, but it should be okay. Things could be significantly worse. Fine. Let's Vile Fist this guy. So that way we generate a decent enough blocker. Prank vulnerable. -2 attack. That doesn't matter. That unit exists to just act as a blocker. Can damage there, and it sets up a kill with the yeah, we set up a kill with the Ravenous Flock. That's pretty good. And if we go out of our way to summon the Death Seer first, we'll even mark the Lulu, which will work towards the level up of the Caretaker or the Taker. Keep calling it the Caretaker. Unfortunately, both of the one unit that has the mark is has spell shield, so I can't go for the Beast's Frenzy. Guess I can do this. We'll go Taker. And do this. We'll mark this. No, we don't. We don't mark that. We don't mark that. Guess I can do this. Let's keep killing units. The overkill damage is also helping keeping the board under control. And here we level up the Kindred. No, we don't. Oh, but this is the way to get rid of the spell shield. Just do this, then go Kindred's Dance of Arrows, get rid of 3 units right away. Recalling. That's okay. All we have to do is do this, and that's 3 units gone. So even if the Kindred gets recalled, it's still fine. We're still taking 12 though, from the elusives. But it could always be worse. Sure. Let's do this just to chip away at the opponent's nexus. And also grows our hollowed effect. I really want to go Kindred Beast's Frenzy here just to level up the Kindred. This also probably results in our victory. Does this fizzle? Yes, it does. Okay, never mind. We don't win. In that case, we have to hope that the opponent doesn't have another unit on the back of this. Oh, and luckily it hit that unit. If only it hit one of the weaker ones. The fact that the opponent's denying us the level up on the Kindred and the lethal is very annoying. Can I possibly kill the opponent here? If he has another bounce, he deserves to win. Okay, it went through. Finally. Damn, the opponent was being annoying. Well, at least we proved that we can win without Kindred leveled up. So that's good to know. Hunt the weak. Regular Kindred. If I'm not mistaken, regular Kindred has no synergy for Kindred. The opponent discards the weakest faller from hand. It's not good enough. Let's reroll. All these are pretty bad. Bouncing Bomb. Bouncing Bomb is a bit better. Deal 4 to a unit or 2 to 2 enemies. Elixir of Wrath. I'll pick up the Elixir of Wrath just because it seems like a way to get some cheeky trades in. What do I cut here? What are the worst cards in my deck? I haven't played the Patient Beast once, so I should probably cut it. The Shock Blast is way too slow, even though I picked it up over the other cards. Yeah, it's way too slow. Let's cut it. We don't need a Patient Beast, so let's cut it as well. And for now, let's skip the Fleeting Spirits because I have no more money to cut cards. Smooth Soloist, Slotbot, or Ada Spirit. Well, I don't want to deal with Zinea, so let's go for the left path. Hopefully we can get a nice power on the... damn. Smooth Soloist encounter. For a second I forgot what was the name of the encounter. Yeah, let's keep the Fading Icon, the Jagged Taskmaster as well. Depending on what the opponent gets here, they'll be useful. No Kindred. Yep, no Kindred, just Swains. Let's well fist that Poro. Get rid of it. The opponent has a pretty full board.
A little further. Bingo.
Yeah, I'll probably end up not removing everything here. That's not enough. Okay, we made the opponent waste a combat trick. Honestly, that could have gone significantly worse for us. As long as the opponent doesn't get a overwhelm on one of his large units, it should be okay. We'll drop this down, get rid of the spell shields. Maybe we can set up a kill with the Ravenous Flock. By splitting that damage with the overkill. No! Is the overkill only back row enemy? Okay, it didn't work because none of the opponent's units were in the back row. Makes sense, makes sense. Well, I'm dropping down the Swain here just because I can level him up. Then I go for an attack and hopefully this clears the opponent's board. Yep, it does. Nice. Swain is pretty good, as it turns out. We did get some nice items for Swain. Obviously the opponent waits for me to attack with everything before resummoning a unit. But this fate is sealed. Like, he has no way to prevent this from happening. Yeah, that's only elusive. For a second I worried that it would have spell shield, but it doesn't. Okay, as it turns out, Swain just levels up extremely quickly if the opponent has a full board and he gets to hit with the Ravenous Hydra. That Swain play was mostly a desperation thing, but it paid off. I guess I'll pick this up just because it's a cheap unit. And let's go double reroll. We'll gain 100 gold here, which should be enough to buy potentially even a legendary power if it shows up in the Smooth Soloist encounter. We can go Death's here, keep the Taker. We can keep the Elixir of Wrath because it pairs up nicely with the Death's here. We'll draw 2 cards here, so the Death's here will even be free. So we can go 0 to
The sun disk has risen, and with it Serena.
and something else. No, not something else. Just 0 into.
The desert by my side.
Seems pretty decent. Get rid of 2 of the opponent's units. Throw our hollow units by a bit. We hit these to heal up. We still win. Oh, this is a dragon. Dragon Tooth makes it a dragon. I was wondering why that had extra stats. I didn't understand why.
The order of our emperor.
This is fine. The opponent attacks with everything here. I'll just develop some blockers. Let's minimize the amount of damage taken. 13 is a lot. But we set up so that next turn we can play the Kindred. And we level her up immediately. No, we don't. But we'll still get a nice turn next turn. We can do Kindred, Beast's Frenzy.
Shall we?
It will kill that unit. Then it splits the damage to one of the other units. Like that. Ooh. Nah, it doesn't work out. I was like, ooh, we got Ephemeral on the Beast's Frenzy, but it accomplishes nothing. This goes to 12. So I can... no, I can't. I don't think there is any way to kill the opponent's Nexus this turn. Let's just focus on keeping the board clear, I guess. Let's cast gets rid of 2 of the opponent's units. Next turn we kill him though. Just with the Beast's Frenzy alone. Not before him attacking us first, it seems. Well, let's gamble.
A glimpse of what is yet to come.
That's a good hit. That's a decent hit. I was hoping for the elusive to be hit. But it's okay, we'll take the 2. We don't win this turn because none of the opponent's units get marked, but we don't need to. Now we just have to play the Beast Frenzy and win. Just like so.
One to remember us by.
I don't know if it's the fact that we have a lot of regeneration, but even against encounters where the opponent deals a lot of damage to our nexus, I feel we're not sustaining any long-term damage.
More lie ahead.
Let me check the amount of regeneration I have. Oh, it's 14, it's an absurd amount. I should have figured. The amount of regeneration and health the Spirit Blossom champions have, it's pretty wild. Let's get the Dunekeeper. More units that summon other units are nice. Share the bounties, officer backup or treacherous terrain. We don't do a lot of targeting of our own units. Officer backup might be worth it just so we get a 3-4 thanks to the Grander Plaza at the start of the game. Keep control of the board that way. Or I can be greedy and reroll here, hoping for something better. Let's just take what's in front of us. Just in case we reroll into something that's worse. We'll have another opportunity to use our rerolls to get a good power. Seer, Ravenous Flock, Withering Mist. Okay, this is a good hand, let's keep it all. That Seer will be free. We can Ravenous Flock something if we damage the opponent's units. And then if we chip away at the opponent's nexus, we can go for this. We can play this for 1.
The enemy has reached the soaring hills.
Let them come. Our blades will greet them.
On foot.
Can do this. And this. This gets rid of 2 of the opponent's units. We damage the Irelia as well. Which means we can do Ravenous Flock. And the overkill damage will spill to one of the other units. Like that. Unfortunately we don't deal damage to the opponent's nexus, so we can't go for the Withering Mist and get rid of the Aziras in the process. But it should be fine.
I have risen and witnessed Shurima.
That's a very early Azir level up.
It is fine.
I can copy something here, or I can just take the damage. I don't think copying something is the play here. I think we're probably better off doing this. We take the damage, we have the spare health, we have a lot of health to work with. Can either Withering Mist or do something else. Let's do something else. Let's do this.
Remember the objective.
Forest Sting Officer has served this purpose.
The few.
We're just going to use it to jump block one of the opponent's units. Actually no, because all of the opponent's units have Overwhelm as long as he has Azir. As long as he has Azir.
Closed.
So that means if Azir dies here, yeah, the following attackers will lose the Overwhelm
Your
trait.
path ends here.
So this is actually the correct way to do this. We take minimal damage this way. Severe mistake by the opponent trading in the Azir like that. Can do Beast's Frenzy here. Do I want to? Yeah, sure. It's free, so might as well. This way we can get another copy of the Beast's Frenzy in hand, start working on it. You know what? Sure. Gets rid of one Poro right away, and we mark 2 units, so we're working overtime to get that Kindred level up. And if we kill that Blossoming Blade here, we will have our Kindred level up. Or we don't need to go for the Blossoming Blade kill. Okay, never mind, we should have gone for the Blossoming Blade kill. Now we're giving our opponent a full ward of
A glimpse of what is yet to come.
or a board wide buff and extra keywords. At least he didn't get spell shield on one of the units that was marked. Let's do this. Gets rid of all the, or most of the marked units. Then we do this, level up the Kindred. Maybe it kills the opponent? I don't know. I'm not paying attention to the damage. I'm just trying to keep control of the board.
They will.
Okay, it doesn't kill the opponent, but we get very close to it. Hey opponent, do you want to attack into the Kindred, perhaps?
It knows.
You know what, I can do that too.
Join once more before the
Just
end.
copy your unit. I don't have to worry about you hitting me with it.
I dance not to forget, but to
That's
remember.
fine. Even if you go for a billion blade dance attacks, it will not matter in the grand scheme of things. In fact, he doesn't even get the blade dance because he played the Irelia after he attacked. Well, that's your entire board gone, opponent.
Sunlight.
We managed to do what we set out to do and got rid of the opponent's entire board. Well, not really because of all the units that had plus, but the opponent's still dying here,
We do not linger.
and it doesn't matter what he wants or not.
We
Let's
do
do it
not
like this,
linger.
maximize the damage. Ooh. You managed to save your unit, opponent, but you don't save your Nexus. Okay, so far so good. I think we desperately need something that can manage to deal with the Heart of the Fluffed encounter. Maybe a Guile per turn. It could be good. Farsight alteration on the Kindred. Or do I want to reroll? Let's reroll. Double attack on the Kindred. Not sure. The Kindred has Overwhelm. So we'll get some use out of it. Yeah, we still need something to deal with the Heart of the Fluffed encounter. Let's hope we get something like that in this second part. We have some rekindlers, some healers. We'll see. That will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.